How many nodes on this? One in the middle, right? These are, by the way, this is 1/6 of the way in if you're good at a 6. 6 is 1/3 of a half, right? And then there's a dot in the middle. There's going to be a node in the middle. And then 1/6 of the way, right? That's kind of cool, isn't it? Okay. Now let me show you something else that's both ends open. Hey, voila. Okay. This pipe, this end is open. By the way, all wind instruments except for, that I can think of, except for a pan pipe, okay, have both ends open. So on a trumpet, the part where you're farting into, that's the air's moving in and out like this, right? They don't call it farting into it. They've got another word for it, right? And then the bell end is obviously that end open. This guy is here. It looks like it's closed, but see that? That thing there basically is just doing what my mouth does on this. Right? Okay. So that's what that's doing. But this thing is doing the same thing. But this is sound. Isn't sound a longitudinal wave? Isn't this a transverse wave that we've got drawn there? Isn't it? So what does it look like? What does that look like if it were sound? What does that look like? Well, I think we can do that, right? Let's see, Alt-Tab. There. Oh, there it is. Look at that, huh? Okay, let's go pipe open at both ends. Okay, so here's the fundamental. Go back and forth. Notice that there's a node in the middle, isn't there? Now look up there. Isn't there a node in the middle there? Yeah, this one is, the drawing here is transverse. Everybody draws them that way, but you're drawing a picture of this if it's sound. How do you draw that? Nobody can draw that, right? So we always draw the transverse wave. But understand that we're representing a longitudinal wave. Wow, huh? There we go, right? Isn't this the same? There's a node right in the middle. And the ends are, instead of moving up and down, the ends are just moving in and out. So if you could play this note on a trumpet, and I don't think trumpets play this note. I think they play the next note up as their lowest note. But if you could, the air would be just going in and out, and then in the middle, there would be that stationary spot, right? Okay? So it would be, so that's what that means, is somewhere in the middle there, there's actually a spot where the air's not moving at all. And the air's moving in and out of the ends of this, just like that, right? And then here is, this is the next harmonic, the second harmonic, right? Like that. And then I can make that one, whoops, come on, baby. Here we go. Isn't that one? Yeah, there's a node a quarter of the way in, isn't there? It's easy to see the nodes. They're the ones that aren't moving, right? There's a node a quarter of the way in, like this, right? This is like me on the Screaming Eagle, right? The Screaming Eagle, like, puts so much G-force on me, I can feel my fat shaking. Right? It's like, oh, wow. Yeah? You know? You feel your innards moving around. Did you notice that? Or maybe you have to be old to notice that. You're like, wow, you know, this is my head jiggling and my belly and my legs or something. I don't know. Okay, that's not a pleasant image. Okay. Right. Isn't this the same though? This is transverse. That's longitudinal, right? And then here's the next one, right? I can get that guy on this as well, right? So this guy's got how many nodes? There's 3 nodes inside the pipe, right? There's a node, there's a node, there's a node. So just understand, we're always going to draw the transverse wave. With sound, it's actually a longitudinal thing, right? Okay. They don't make woodwind instruments with both ends fixed. Think about that. What would that be? That'd be like, right? Sound can't get out, right? Yeah, kind of a thing. Okay, let's go back. Let's stop this. It's like if you go away from a browser that's doing Java. Does it still doing Java? Is it still animating and rendering those images even though it's not shown on the screen? I don't know. Probably it is, right? Okay, now let's do this guy. Let's fix one of the ends, and we want to fix this side. Here's the fundamental of this guy. Go ahead and draw these in your notes. All right, so here's the fundamental. Fundamental is really low frequency. I don't know if you noticed. That's the lowest frequency we've had so far, right? And then notice that the second harmonic, first harmonic here looks like the Jesus fish, which is a good thing because Rapture is Saturday, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I plan to.
He was wrong the first time.
I plan to on the. We had a minor malfunction of the microphone there. Right? It's like, all right, so that's this guy here, right? And then I can get that other mutant Jesus fish. I'm going to go to hell for just making these jokes. And then of course you guys want to see the JavaScript version of these, right? So let's start it. Let's make it a pipe closed at the left end. God bless whoever made this thing for us, right? How would you visualize this? So there's the fundamental. Instead of it going up and down, the air is just sloshing in and out of the pipe. That makes sense, doesn't it? So this fundamental here, this is one end fixed, right? The air is just going boingy, boingy, boingy in this pipe, yeah? Right? Okay. And then the next one is this guy. That's the Jesus fish guy, right? Isn't this line here, by the way, a third of the way down the pipe? Yeah, it's a third of the way. This is another third. And then we go, right? Like that. All right, and then this guy, how many equal parts do we have here? We got one. This is 1/5 of the way down, 2/5, 3/5 of the way down, 4/5, 5/5. Yeah? There we go. Hard to do, right? So that's this guy here. So here I'm doing the transverse version. There is the longitudinal version, right? There's the one here about 1/5 of the way down, 3/5, 5/5, right? Stop. Stop. Okay. Here we have it. So the first thing I want you to do on your whiteboards is I want you to practice drawing these things. One of the skills you need to be able to do is you need to be able to draw all of these things. Like if I say the 7th harmonic of both ends fixed, you'd be like, you could do it. You might have to draw all of them until you get there, right? If you can't generalize. Just like the people that need to say like the alphabet song when they alphabetize. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're exceptionally quick. So when you do this, try to make them all the same length. Okay, because the medium is not getting longer. The wavelength is getting shorter. Yeah, there you go. Okay, try to draw them all the same length, right? This guy is the monokini. This guy is, remember, is the bikini. Right, and then this is the exotic trikini. Don't expect your drawings to be as good as mine because I have a bachelor's degree in physics. That's right. Yes. Yeah. There you go. Just as good as mine without the bachelor's degree. Bellissimo. Fantastico. Yeah. Is that a word? Contado? Contado? Does it? What is it? Cansado? What does that mean? What's the one like here, I'm happy to meet you or something? Encantado. Encantado. That was the word, wasn't it? Encantado. I would say encantado and you would say encantada. Is that right? And what does that mean? It means enchanted? It's just like French. Yeah. That is. Encantado.